George Carlin said, question everything. The X-Files says, trust no one. And I say, assume nothing. Hey you guys, health insurance has dramatically changed in the past 10 years. Even more so for us that are coming off an employer plan for the first time. And these changes can be very expensive if you don't know about them ahead of time. But that is okay, because I'm going to give you not only the most common ones, but also the solutions. So you know exactly what you can do to protect your family and your pocketbook. All right, number one, assuming everyone is in network. Well, everybody's in the same building. My doctor brought in the specialist and he's in network. My doctor sent out a lab, that must be a network. If one is in network, then everybody's in network, right? Nope. They might not be. Just because they are in the same building or recommended by the same doctor does not mean that everybody is in network and will take your plan. A lot of people are contracting and not part of facilities or groups anymore. More and more, everyone is running individually. And this can be so costly. For example, a lab in network, $73, but they forgot and put it out of network, $900. $300 in network, $2,200 out of network. And once they've sent it out, there's no undoing it and bringing it back. You're gonna have to pay that bill. Another example is they brought in a specialist in the ER when a little girl broke her nose when she was riding her bicycle. Very sweet. However, that specialist was not in network, and because he did an ER visit, it was $8,000 out of pocket. So ER visit was covered in network, specialist was not. So the solution, ask. So ask before they send out that lab. Is that lab in network? You referred to somebody to get imaging done. Are they in network? The person reading the results, are they in network? And then if that lab or that doctor or that facility is not in network, then find someone that is. And it is okay to ask. Not only that, it is so important that you do. You are the ones that are paying the bill. You need to be your own advocate. And that brings me to number two. Everyone is not talking to everyone else. They offered me a cash pay price of only $3,000 for my surgery. I took it and then afterwards I got bills for almost $15,000 more. What happened? What happened was that this lovely person was offered the cash pay price for the doctor performing the surgery only. That price did not include the facility fee, which was at the hospital, nor the anesthesiologist fees. Nobody was talking to anybody else. And unfortunately, so many people don't know to ask. So, solutions. For any sort of procedure or surgery, find out what all of the pieces are going to be. Who are they? Are they in network? And what is it going to cost? Ask. Know that for any procedure, there are going to be multiple entities. Usually they are what I call the surgery triad, which is the doctor, the facility, and the anesthesiologist. And then double check on either side of that too to see, do you have any sort of run-up procedures like MRIs and things like that, and then afterwards PT, things like that as well. So you can see the full width and breadth of what's going to be happening and what it's going to cost you. Now look, no matter how nice and helpful somebody at the doctor's office is, that doesn't mean they're telling you everything. And not because they're malicious or not doing their job, they are likely being amazing. Just know that the health insurance and the medical establishment are no longer set up in such a way to hold it all for you, to know or understand all the pieces and to be able to take care of you. So the best way for you to save money is to be your own advocate. And that is why I've set up this channel, to help you be that advocate and to give you the tools and information you need to do that. So if this video has helped you at all, please give me a wave and hit the like button down there so it can spread to more people. And I thank you for that so very much. And if there is a question that you have or something that you need more information on, hit the comments. I'd love to hear from you. And you just might be my next video. Now, number three, it doesn't matter where I go. Does it matter if I hit the ER versus the urgent care or an outpatient versus an inpatient facility? I mean, it doesn't matter where I go because it's all covered, right? So the answer is yes and no, and sometimes no. Okay, before we get started, bottom line is that if you are gushing blood or you think you're going to die, go to the ER. Do not die. But if not, yes, your plan will often have coverage for all of the above. But many times you will have benefits for urgent care and outpatient facilities even before you have to dig into your deductible, which means less out of pocket for you. Or the urgent care or outpatient facility, even if you have to pay into your deductible first, is much less expensive than if you went to an ER or an inpatient facility. Examples: urgent care visit, $75 versus ER visit, $3,000. Outpatient mammogram, $250 versus inpatient mammogram, $1,400. So yes, if it is not life-threatening, it does matter which facility you go to if you want to save money. So solutions, number one, check the ER versus urgent care benefits on your plan. What is the difference? Number two, some urgent cares, imaging facilities, labs, etc. are attached up to a hospital, which means they are considered inpatient, which means they are charging inpatient prices. And inpatient prices usually moves that decimal point over into the more expensive range for you. Avoid those and make sure where you're going is considered outpatient. And finally, number 4, assuming you have benefits. I have health insurance, so I'm covered, right? Maybe? I'm gonna say the word catastrophic. And when I say that, I think mushroom clouds and tsunamis and my homemade pizza hitting the floor cheese side down. We are talking the big bad. So catastrophic coverage is your health plan giving you that fallout shelter, a helicopter, magically catching it halfway and flipping your pizza back to the right side before it hits the floor. It's that max out of pocket where health insurance says, hey, a big bad just happened. Once you pay X amount of money, I've got the rest 100%. Don't you worry. Keep your house, keep your business, you're covered. And that's what I mean when I say, no, not every plan has you covered. There are many plans out there that do not have catastrophic coverage. They have a limit. They may even have a max out of pocket where they will start paying 100% of those bills for you, but then they have a ceiling. Only $1 million total. Only $300,000 in a year. Only $1,000 a day in the hospital. Now, those plans do have a place and are really good fits for some people in very specific situations. So the solution, know what you have. Make sure that you have that catastrophic coverage. And don't just ask, does this plan have catastrophic coverage? Because that can be defined in different ways by different people. So ask these questions directly. Number 1, does this plan have a max out of pocket? And if so, what is that? Number 2, does this plan have any limit? Does it have a lifetime max? Does it have a policy year max? Does it have a transplant max? And is there any specific benefit max? And then of course, if so, what are they? Note that the limits on things like physical therapy or like at-home nursing care, like the number of days or visits that you can have, those are actually pretty standard limits that you'll see on almost every plan. The benefit limits that should throw a flag on the play for you are going to be the hospitalization and the surgery benefit limits. Those are the big ones. Ask those questions and afterwards you should be able to answer the questions, so I'm covered, right? However, there are also quite a few uncovered benefits that may surprise you and have surprised people in a costly way. And if you watch this video next, I cover the most surprising uncovered benefits, and because I like solutions, the solutions of what you can do to make sure that you are not caught unawares. Watch that now and have a most wonderful day.